dancing with Macbeth.
I'm coming, Moulton. Pat it Paul.
Anon. Fair and foul and foul and fair. Hurry through the fog and filthy air.
Say to the king your knowledge of the broil as thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spin swimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, for to that the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles of kerns and galaglasses is supplied, and fortune, with his damned coral smiling, showed like a rebel's whore. But all's too weak. For brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name. Disdaining fortune, with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution, like Valor's minion, which carved out his own passage till he faced the slave. Which there shook hands nor bade farewell to him, until he unseamed him from the knave to the chap and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Brave cousin, worthy gentleman.
As once the sun gins his reflection, shipwrecking storms and direful thunders break, so from the springs whence comfort seemed to come, discomfort swells. Mark, King of Scotland, mark! Those who knew justice had them by the arm, compelling these skipping kerns and trusting their heels. But the Norwegian Lord, surveying vantage with furbished arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismayed at this, our Captain Macbeth and Banquo?
Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or the hare of the lion. If I say, sooth, I must report they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks. They redoubly double strokes upon the foe, as if meaning to bathe in reeking wounds, or memorize another goal with them. I cannot tell, but I am faint. My gaseous cry for help.
So when the word be as thy wounds, go be to the surgeons. A drum, Macbeth.
The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land. Thus do go about, thrice to grind, thrice to mine, thrice again to make up thine. Peace that shines round up.
Foul the very day I have not seen.
How far is it called to Flores? Really so withered and weird and their tired that look not like they haven't had birth, yet are on it.
Speak if you can. What are you?
Oh, hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of the Lamis! Oh, hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
Oh, hell, Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you sergeancy to fear that which sounds so fair? In the name of truth, are ye fantastical in that which outwardly ye show? My noble partner, you read with present grace, great prediction of royal hope and of great habit, that he seems wrapped with all. To me you speak not. You can listen to the seeds of time and tell me which rain will grow and which will not. Speak into me. Neither beg nor please your favors for your aid.
Hail! Hail!
Hail!
Lesser than Macbeth and greater! Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth! Oh, hail!
Stay, you perfect speakers. Tell me more. By Singel's death, I'm condemned to lamps. How of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman. To be king stands not within the prospect of belief. More than Cawdor. Say, from whence you hold the strange intelligence? Speak, I charge you.
The earth has bubbled as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, or melted and breathless to the wind.
But they have stayed. Were such things here as we do speak about? Or have we eaten upon the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
The children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
To the self-same human words. What's there?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. I am sent to give thee from our royal master thanks. And for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor. In which addition, hail, most worthy Thane, for it is nothing.
What? Can the devil speak true? The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those in Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and vantage, or that with both did labor in his country's wreck, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Lungs. And the Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thank you for your pains.
And I have learned by the perfect support they have more than their more knowledge. When I burned and desired to question them further, they made themselves errors which they vanished. While as I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before his revered sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming of time, with hail, king that shalt be. This have I thought to be good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the Jews of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised. Lay it to thy heart. Farewell. Lambs thou art in heart, and shalt be when thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness. Hide me, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue any that impede me from the golden round. With great misses put upon by greatness is put upon by thy the king is here tonight. The raven himself is forced that crooks the fatal entrance of Duncan himself under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, and unsex me here, fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst fruit. Make thick my blood, so that any compunctious visitings of nature shall not shake my fell purpose, nor make peace to the infected. Come, thick night, and empower me in the dullest smoke of hell, so that my king might not see them in the face. May heaven keep thee the wind to cry, hold, hold! Great glens, worthy Cawdor, greater than both, and all hail hereafter. Well, thy letters have transported me from the future, from the present, and the future is in the instant.
My dearest, it's here tonight.
And when goes hence,
Tomorrow is the purposes.
I never, the sun that morrow sleep, your face, my thing, is but as a book that men read strange matters. He who is coming must be provided for. You must leave all great night's business in my dispatch, so that all our days and nights will be full of soldiers, sovereign, and sway, and master.
We will speak further.
But look up clear only. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
done, 'tis done. Well, we're going. That is first besides my intent. Only goals and ambition. No relates himself much to the other. How now, what this?
You have almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
At the asphalt.
Maybe not to the house.
You see no further in this business. He has honored me of late, and I have received golden opinions from all sorts of people. Should be worn now in their newest clothes. Cast aside so soon.
Drunk wearing the dress himself. And hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so pale and green as it did so free. Each time I account thy love. Art thou afeared to be the same as thine active valor as thy own heart and desire? Somehow it seems ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem. But I dare not breathe upon, I will.
I've done all to become a man. He who does more is none.
What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, you were men. And to be more than you were, you would be so much more than men. Nor time nor place to get here, and yet you would make both? And now yet they make themselves, and their fitness doesn't make you. I have been so, and know it is like to love the babe at first. And I would, while it's smiling in my face, had plucked from my nose and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
We should prepare.
Then, smooth your courage, not.
Who's there? What ho?
I have laid the daggers. I would have done it if he had not so resembled my father as he said.
I've done the deed. Is thou not hear noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
Let it sing.
Ah,
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
John.
Sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
One did Latin, the other cried murder.
There are two lodged together.
One cried out, God bless us, and amen the other. But could not say amen. One did cry out, God bless us.
And was that last cry?
Whenceforth could I not cry out, amen. I was in such need of blessing, but amen could not come from my lips.
Holy Lord, why do you unbend yourself with these foolish thoughts? Go wash your hands. And why did you bring the daggers from the place they must lie there? Go smear the grooms with the blood.
I dare not go back. I saw what I have seen. I shall not see it again.
Infernal purpose! Then I shall take the daggers. The sleeping in the dead are but as nothing but painted pictures, and 'tis only a child that views the painting of a devil. If he do bleed, I'll yield the faces of the rooms myself, for it must be their guilt.
Were they not? I've heard no one why they appall me so. In my hands, they pluck out my eyes. Oh, by great Neptune's oceans, wash the blood clean from my hands. Wait, donkey, with thy mountain, wouldst thou could!
shocking indeed. If a man were porter of heaven, he should have only turning the key. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Why, here's a farmer who hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in time, have napkins and now about you, here you sweat for it. No, no, no! Who's there in the other devil's name? Why, here's an equivocator who can swear in both scales. In both scales, against either scale, who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate in heaven. Come in, O equivocator. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there? Faith, here's an English tailor. Come to steal out of a French hose. Come in, O tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock, knock! Never end quiet. This place is too cold for heaven. I'll porter it no further. I thought to have been some of all professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon, anon, I pray you.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed that you do lie so late?
Marry, sir, we were still carousing until the second cock. And drink, sir, is a great number of these things.
What great things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, no spending, sleep and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovoked. It provokes the desire. It takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It sets him on, but it takes him off. It makes him stand to and not stand to. Therefore, it equivocates him in his sleep and giving him the lie, or leaves him.
I believe drink gave you the lie last night.
And it did. In the very throes of me, sir. I requited him for his lie, and I think being too strong for him, though he took my legs a few times. Set him back and go.
Is my master stirring? Our knocking has awakened, here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Nor both.
Is the king stirring, noble thing?
Not yet.
He didn't call me at a timely hour.
I'll bring you to it.
I know this job is good, but yet his one.
Labor will be delighted in physics tank. The door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today.
He does.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down. And as they say, lamentings heard in the air, strange screams of death, and prophesying with accents terrible of dire combustion and confused events, new hatched the woeful time. The obscure bird clamored in the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
Was a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror! Horror! Horror!
What's the matter?
Confusion hath made me his masterpiece. Approach the chamber and destroy thy sight with the new garment. Bid me not speak. See and then speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Bring the alarm bell! Murder! Treason! Shake off this doubt of sleep. Death's counterfeit! Welcome! Banquo! As from your graves, rise up and walk like sprites! Our royal master is murdered!
Sit down. King, Commodore, Guams, all is so weird in the place. darkness most foully for it. Yet, it was said it should not stand in our posterity. Myself should be the root and father of many kings. The truth does come from them, as upon me, Macbeth. Their speeches shine. Why, by the varieties on me made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope? But hush, no more.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives.
Spoken up. Go out, I shall call for you henceforth.
We are resolved,
my lord.
I'll come to you straight tonight. This has been done. Banquo of those souls' flight shall find heaven. Mine is not. Now, good digestion, wait on appetite. How find you both?
Duties and our pledge. His absence here lays blame upon his promise. Please your highness to grace us with your royal company.
The table is full.
Here's a place reserved, my lord.
Where?
Here, my lord. What is it that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
Withdraw, my lord.
Who dare shake their gory locks at me?
Gentlemen, rise. His Highness is not well. Oh, sit, my lady friends. My lord is often thus, and has been since his sleep. I pray you keep. This fit is momentary, and upon his thought he shall be well again. Please do not mind him, for you shall offend him and extend his passion. But you, a man,
I am bold like that they dare look upon this, that the devil might be appalled.
he sense the very fear that ere long death if you let it to Duncan. Why do you be serious? What is done is done. He look upon a stoop.
It was the first I saw him here.
Some man didn't fight and fall.
Forgive me. I have a strange infirmity, which to those that know me well is nothing.
Years. This is nothing but a custom. It only schools that tongue.
I am not well. My friends, I must bid you adieu. Farewell.
Good night. A good night to all. And better health attend his majesty.
I shall see blood. Rocks are meant to move, and trees to speak. Augurs, rooks, and crows. Anon. What is the night?
By what's thou tomorrow, by which is which?
Why did Macbeth grace his presence at our banquet?
Not to invite him, sir.
I've heard by ear. I'll send a servant tomorrow to feed you. Tomorrow I shall get to aware resistance. They will know what to do. Not by this hand the darkness comes. This one. Adieu. Why should I worry of Macduff? Well, make assurance double sure, then it's not enough. What's more you have to say?
Be lying little, proud and not sure, who shakes, who frets, who conspires all. Macbeth shall not vanquish be until great burning woods and great Destined hill shall come against thee.
Need not worry. Shall be fine till Burnwood comes to dust me. But one more thing I have to ask. Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Speak to now no more!
Where did Alfred go? Let this pernicious hour stand a curse on the calendar.
fatherless she is fatherless.
I am so much a fool should I stay any longer. It would be my disgrace and your discomfort. And if I leave at once.
Child, your father is dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What, with worms and flies?
What I mean I did. And so did they.
Poor bird. I've never feared the net or the line, the pitfall, or the gin.
Why should I, mother? Poor birds they are not set for. My father is not dead.
Yes, he is dead. And how wilt thou do for a father?
Nay. How will you do for a husband?
Why, I can find me 20 in the market.
Then you will buy him to sell again.
Thou speak with all thy wit. And yet, in faith, with what enough for thee.
Is my father a traitor, mother?
Ah, that he was.
What is a traitor?
One that swears and lies.
Be all traitors that do so.
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Every one.
Who must hang them?
The honest men.
And the liars and swearers are fools. For there are liars and swearers and now defeat the honest men and hang up them.
God help me, poor mother. How wilt thou do
If you were dead, you would grieve for him. If you were not, it were a good sign that you quickly have a new father.
Poor Trevor, how thou talkest. What are these faces? Where is your husband? I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayst find him.
He is a traitor.